1 2 1 2. We are back. 1 2 1 2. We are back.
It's The Rock.
Episode 201. What's a podcast? DJ Jerome and Abduls. I have returned to the DC area.
Reluctantly,
of course.
You were funning out there,
and it didn't have to stop.
Jerome felt like a celebrity out there.
Jerome was a celebrity out there.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, that's correct. Jerome. I was looking at Jerome's Instagram and I was like, Rome really on his celebrity shit out here.
Oh yeah, I was crushing it. I was crushing it. Like,
I love
episode 201 was a podcast. DJ Jerome Baker III. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag She Were Eddie.
What up, fellas? What's going on?
Don't charge Abdul.
We're back, man. We missed last week, but
Jerome didn't miss last week.
Yeah,
no.
You know what? I don't think I missed the podcast actually.
Last week this time. Last week this time I was preparing to DJ for Usher.
You were what?
God,
preparing to DJ for Usher in Las Vegas. So the after party to his concert, man, it was tremendous.
That's
tremendous
amazing
experience.
What's Usher like? He's like 5'2".
He's cool.
I saw him at 1223 one night back in like the
he was dancing 90s. On the bar.
Yeah, he got up on the bar and started mixing drinks and then got up on the bar and started dancing.
I was there.
He had on the little kufi.
Yep. The craziest part of the experience was how many people from DC were actually at that particular show
in Vegas.
I DJed last week in Vegas, and then pulled up on me at the after party.
Really?
I was like, "Oh
anybody
my goodness."
You can name or top secret?
Nah, just people that are around, like people that I see consistently come to parties, they support, come to the shop. Like,
oh wow, all right,
yeah, it was amazing. Say it one more time.
Any women?
Not in Vegas.
There's no women in Vegas.
No women from DC.
Yeah, no. Well, no, one group of women. I knew one woman, but then it was two couples. A lot of couples. People get low out in Vegas. That's
people go to Vegas to the Usher show as a couple.
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
And that's what I'm saying. But they get low out there too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
they get high out there too.
Well, yeah. What? Shout out to my guy, DJ Bonix. Oops. My guy DJ Bonix runs a really well respected dispensary out there, so they get very high in Las Vegas.
They get high.
I mean, they got high here. What's different in Vegas that you can't get over here? Crack?
I don't know.
We got that over here too.
Yeah, that's fact.
Actually, it might even be more legal over here. Are you allowed to walk around the street and smoke out there?
I don't think there's a lot of people walking around out in the street in Vegas, but I think you could smoke on, like, probably you could do everything respectfully.
Yeah, dog. I'll be honest. When I was in Vegas last year, I woke up early in the morning and ran from my hotel on the Strip, and I ran 4.5 miles to Old Las Vegas, straight down the Strip.
Yeah,
just going in the other direction.
Yep.
And it was about 6:30 in the morning. The sun was already beaming.
They were out.
Man, I'm telling you, they were out just sitting in the shadow, shooting up.
The zombies were out, yeah.
The zombies were out.
Yeah.
And I mean, kind of give me a nostalgic feeling of taking me back to Baltimore. But this is 2022. So, it's different.
I mean,
yeah, it was insane. I'd never seen that like that, like broad daylight. The day had just started, and
yeah, but 4 o'clock,
the bus stop, right in the bus stop.
That's not. Yeah, that's still nighttime. It's just daytime.
Well, I didn't see any crack use in Vegas, but I did have a wonderful time.
Where'd you
essentially, we stayed at the Rio.
Okay.
Because there was the second largest conference of the year was in town.
What is that?
It's a construction conference.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah. So even Kellen, with all of his maneuvering that he could do, he was like, "Bro, this is it." I said, "Rio's cool." Like it felt like Swingers.
It don't matter. Yeah.
It felt like the hotel off Swingers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was popping. But that wasn't the start of the trip. Basically, to catch anybody up, I was basically in San Jose, California to start on a Saturday. San Jose is considered the South Bay, so it's like the last stop on the Bay Area rapid transit. It's like Woodbridge.
Where did you fly into? What
San Jose.
Okay.
Jose. So Woodbridge is the parallel that I can make.
Yeah.
To
About
give you
20 miles outside of San Francisco.
there you go.
25 miles.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
40-minute train ride. Right.
Yep.
So
Okay. Nothing crazy.
fly into San Jose. My homie Arcade runs a couple spots out there, but he had booked me at a spot called Rec Room, which I was at last summer. And
You
He's the
played that
Filipino
last
cat? He's a Filipino cat, right?
nice white dude.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, you
but-
played there last summer?
Yeah, I played there last
Okay.
summer.
So
I remember that.
Fantastic crowd, fantastic venue. Owner, one of the bartenders actually flew in from Vegas because he was there last time I played and had such a great time. Made so much money. We were in there until very late, almost 4 a.m.
You're playing records still 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we were just having
Damn.
a ball in there.
That's crazy because Cali kind of has that 2 o'clock shutout, right?
You know,
It's
I
just
mean,
different out there.
everything
private.
changes everywhere you go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Little industry folks start showing up. You know, bottles start popping, people dancing. You're not playing like club, you know, like Usher. You're playing like Bay Area rap, and it's cool to see people respond to Bay Area rap in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very dope. Next day, get up, 40-minute train ride to San Francisco. I was staying in Union Square, which is very similar to Soho.
Yep.
And when my train stop, which was actually the Union Square stop, was where the
Is that
trolley
where the
started.
Macy's is? There's
Yeah, I
a
don't know what
Macy's
the
there,
Macy's,
big
but-
ass Macy's.
But
Yeah.
the trolley started right at my stop. So like
Okay.
literally the trolley,
Like as soon as you get out.
as soon as you get out, right there, bong. So get there, 12:31. I'm like, man, I could just it's raining, so I'm kind of bummed. I'm thinking the party might not go down, but there
Yeah.
was like your rain or shine parties going on. I said,
There's an outdoor party?
yeah, outdoor party.
Rain or shine, outdoor party.
Rain or shine.
Gay party.
Day
Let's
party,
go.
2 to 8. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to the room. I'm like, man, I could take a 30-minute nap.
Uh-oh.
Famous
10
last words.
10 minutes into the nap, I was like, you know what? Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I told myself,
Oh,
don't
you
do
learned.
it.
Yeah.
Got up. It literally did some jumping jacks. Was just like taking a
Cold shower.
Yeah.
cold shower, and just kind of got myself together.
Get out of there.
Which then led me to getting out of there about 1:45, 2 o'clock. Got to the venue at 2:40, which was cool. Get inside. First person I see is my man DJ Crooked, who had flown up from
Oh shit.
San Diego.
Shout out to the
Another-
Road Podcast.
Yeah, and another DJ homie, DJ Scooter. And from that point in time, it was on, man. The party's called R&B and Ribs. You know, I say this with, and I go to parties, man. I go out. If I see the inspiration, I go there. That
Yeah.
might be the best day party in the country
Listen,
right now.
you kind of low key went viral with that. You know
Listen,
what I'm saying?
listen.
You were on the algorithm heavy with that R&B and Ribs party.
The crowd was so. The number one thing is it's a gay bar, so you're already
yo.
feeling the inclusive vibes, right? Everybody's.
yo.
in there. I'm just telling you what it is,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Just a vibe.
But then
It's a Ayo vibe.
it's a ticketed event,
Pause.
so that also the ticketed event also, you know, all right, cool. You're paying to be in here, so you're not gonna act funny. The neighborhood, I forget which neighborhood it is in, but the neighborhood was incredible. Like San Francisco was only 7x7, which I
Yes.
learned there, so it's very small.
Oh, that sounds like it's smaller than DC. Because
Believe
we're
it
like
is.
11 by a little bit less. We're like 11 by 6 or something like that.
I don't know, but it was incredible, right? So boom, all the opening DJs, this girl Trixie, this guy 143 Tommy, and Nopa Slaps, whose party it is, just crush it. And they do things a little bit different out there, which takes some adjusting to, but I like, right? So you know how at some parties you're going to save certain songs, particularly the sing-alongs, you save those to the end.
Right.
They didn't do that.
Bangers.
They didn't do that.
They went straight to it.
And get them out of the way.
They're like, this is my set, and if I
Yeah.
choose to include a slow jam,
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna do.
these are the
Oh, it wasn't all R&B and Ribs.
No, it was all R&B, but what I'm saying is like the slow jam bangers, the Keisha Coles, the Mary J. Bliges.
They put
all
on
that.
their best effort during their set.
It was like I got one set to do it all.
Yeah,
These
they
are the
went-
guys Flex talks about.
No, because
He doesn't want them opening for him.
Flex is trash,
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
but it just took some. I was like, oh, okay, it's different out here. Like, let me make, and that's why I made sure I was there early.
Like, let me sharpen up my little arsenal real quick.
So my set was more like R&B with party rocking though. Like, to me, if it had a hook, you were gonna get this off. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I also got on at 5:30. Party started at 2, so therefore I had to keep the energy up.
What happened with the rain? It stopped.
It was off and on, but I'd say for 80% of the party it stopped.
Okay.
Wow.
And everybody had $1,500 coats on out there anyway, so they weren't even tripping.
Shit.
Like they were like
stunting.
What? I saw everything, every fly jacket,
Arc'teryx, Montclair.
keep naming, but not even Montclair. Like literal rain, REI. Like it was like we're really out here. You know what I'm saying for this.
Yeah.
So my set was party rocking with R&B as the highlight, but like I still played like a lot of rap, a lot of J, reggae, Afro beats.
Any Jadakiss and Maya?
No, I played Jay and Maya.
Oh, okay.
Because Jadakiss and Maya is the original, but Jay and Maya is the remix.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to argue.
Best of Me remix. Yeah.
All right.
So, and plus that song is the J verse is higher on energy. Version is higher energy than the Jadakiss version.
Jadakiss has some bangers on some R&B features though.
But again, it's a party, so you're kind of trying to figure out, okay, what they're playing, I can't touch.
Yeah,
at all,
right?
Yeah,
And also like you gotta remember, Jadakiss is
and you don't even want to go in that same lane they're going in, not even what they played, but you're just
Jadakiss's R&B features might be 20
him and
years
Fab
old.
Had a run, man.
15, 20 years old, but you also
gotta
remember,
still slap though.
But you gotta remember, you gotta look at the crowd though. The crowd
still gotta read the room.
The crowd is not an all black crowd. The crowd is everybody.
Okay.
All right, so you can play some joints, but you got to remember
they don't know all the joints.
What's the number of black people that are at this function? Because I heard that's minimal, right? There's not a lot of black people out there in San Francisco.
No, there is a lot of black people.
No, Oakland and the Bay.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about San Fran itself.
Probably not at that party.
I went to First Fridays out there, and it was light.
But that did not deter the party from being tremendous. Though.
Sure.
Like it just meant that all the black people weren't necessarily at this party. You know what I'm saying?
What's the women looking like?
Incredible. Anything you want. I mean, I know you guys are married.
Except for black women.
there was a good amount of black women in there, but it just wasn't. You're not going to compete with the Filipinos and the Hispanics and the just.
How did you do?
Everything.
You touch something out there?
He got some followers.
You know, I'll be chilling. Oh yeah, I got some followers for sure. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
I'll be back in the Bay in July.
He set something up.
All right.
Get on, my set is crazy. I'm not gonna front. My set is crazy. I've been pushing the set for 2 weeks on social media. Like the set been
keep it going.
Set went crazy. We then hung out after with one of the DJs because my man Nobi flew out. He lives in Richmond, and my other guy Joey Six.
Richmond, Virginia, or Richmond, California?
Richmond, Virginia.
They flew out for that party.
Because
you were DJing, or just
I was playing? Because I was playing.
That's dope. That's love.
Yeah. So once
why didn't we fly out there?
Makes us look like some bad friends.
Why didn't we fly out?
I don't know.
The next one y'all should fly out to. Like I'm going to that party.
July is probably nice too because it's not going to be cold out there.
I'm actually going to go back in September as just a fan. Like just to go.
I want to go, man, because I haven't been to San Francisco in about 20 years.
The move might be to go out there with Jerome when he's going out as a fan.
Nah, maybe when he's going to go play.
Nah, because Jerome's going to have the laptop with him. He's going to play at least one of the nights we out anywhere.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Go somewhere with Jerome for 3 days. He's definitely going to DJ.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
going to DJ.
Yeah, I can't afford not to. I'm about to move.
Yeah,
somebody's going to hit him, and he's going to be available.
Yeah, for sure. So we do that. We hang out. Cool. The next morning we get up and we are walking to Nobi's car. We see this place called Mr. Charlie's. Mr. Charlie's, and I'll put some of this on the Instagram. Mr. Charlie's is a vegan version of McDonald's. It's across the street from McDonald's, but it's completely vegan. It has a flipped sort of motif, same colorway. Just I'll send that to you guys. Right. Then we get this thing called a Kregel, which was a croissant bagel.
Interesting.
Which was fantastic. It was incredibly good.
So how is that like McDonald's?
No, that was at something else. The
Oh.
Craigle, the
You didn't go to the vegan McDonald's.
We went in, but they were just opening when we got there.
Okay.
And we were trying to get to Oakland. So we pick up Joey, me, Joey, and Nobi, and we're riding to the Bay Area. We're listening to 90s rap music. I'm hyped. Drew Down, Spice One, E40. I'm 14 again. Like I'm literally hyped.
Did you go to hit up any shops?
We try in Oakland, no, because a lot of stuff is closed on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Dark Side Initiative, that store that I talked about.
We definitely didn't go. We tried to go, like Bandcamp has a store. We tried to go there.
Who?
Bandcamp, which is like where artists sell music at.
Oh yeah,
I'm with like DJs. You know what I'm saying? So we went to a record store. We went to like we tried to go to a Japanese whiskey bar, but I was like, it's 12 o'clock. Like everything's just and it's Monday. You know what I'm saying? And it's March.
I'm not ready for y'all out there.
So we go to this bar, and we go to this like outdoor restaurant. It was fantastic. So everybody in Oakland's like, yo, whatever you do, leave nothing visible in your car.
Oh shit!
Absolutely nothing visible.
It's like DC and Baltimore.
It might be worse.
It might be Baltimore.
It might be worse than DC and Baltimore.
You're probably right,
bro. When I tell you we came back from eating and we all just kind of like, man, something feel different out here. We parked on a major road, parked like Georgia Avenue in front of a car dealership. Somebody busted out my man's back window and busted out the little side window.
And got what?
Nothing.
They tried though.
They didn't even try. There wasn't even. You couldn't even tell. There. There was nothing there. I think what they do is I think they knew it was a rental because the license plate was like.
So they probably like popped the trunk.
They popped the trunk to see.
They didn't even pop the trunk because my man ended up saying that he left his jacket in there and his jacket was sitting right there just fine.
They don't want a jacket.
They didn't want anything. They just wanted to do it. Like they just want to put numbers on. You know what I'm saying? Just put numbers on the board. You know what I'm saying? Just put, you know what I mean?
That might just been some kids, man, because that happens here too. They go just walk up. I mean, I've seen a whole block of cars with every window
me busted.
Too. Yeah, and that's just kids walking up the block.
So what I started
fun.
What I started to notice as we were driving is that people drive with their windows busted out there because it happens so frequently that getting those things replaced is so expensive that people are just like, yo, I'd rather just put some tape.
Not leave shit in the car.
One woman
leave the window busted. So like
my man Nobi pulled up to somebody and their thing said, "There's nothing in my car. Please don't break my window. It's been broken 5 times. I can't afford." It was like I can't afford to get it fixed. It was something where somebody was very, very honest about.
That's when they break it again. Like,
I'll break that shit again,
motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think the reality of it was like maybe there was like a picture of like a mom, or it was something where it was just like, yo, this is bad karma breaking into this car again.
They don't give a fuck about karma. Crackheads don't give a fuck about karma.
This isn't crackheads. This might be
kids.
This is kids.
Hopefully, if they see a baby sitting there, they leave it.
This is kids. So we went to Lake Merritt. Lake Merritt is it's pretty much like a cove in the middle of Oakland. Mm-hmm. So everything surrounds it. That was cool. We get back to San Francisco. We rest up.
Is anybody from there or no?
Nah, we're all from, like I said, Richmond, New York, and here. Take a nap. Boom. I'm playing a party called Motown on Mondays, which it's just soulful music and stuff like that. But again, I put my spin on it. You know what I'm saying? And my spin is Motown adjacent. I still want to hear some K-Tronada. I just want to hear soul music. I just want to hear music that's going to make you dance. Yep. Right? Like I'll play the samples. I'm playing, and I put that set up, and that set has been going really, really well for me. So, did that. Boom. Motown on Mondays. I get up the next morning, Tuesday, 6 a.m., 9:30 flight to the motherland. You know what I'm saying? You already know I'm going to see Burl. Like I'm excited. This plane can't take off fast enough.
Yeah.
Get to AZ. Didn't even tell my mom I was pulling up. Just pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Just
surprise pull up.
It was fantastic. Yeah. Was in my room for a day. You know what I mean? Didn't want to leave, of course, but had
do you ever bring stuff home from the time capsule?
Nah. No? Everything stays at the crib, bro. Wow. Yeah, everything stays at the crib.
Wow.
Vegas the next day, boom. I'm sitting on the tarmac for 2 hours.
You went to Vegas with Kellen, or he pulled up on
with Kellen.
Okay.
Vegas the next day for 2 hours, sitting on the tarmac because Biden was in Vegas. He was leaving Vegas, and
Oh my God!
when
What was he doing out there?
he was just He was just on his presidential
golfing,
and you can't,
He
like
can't
when
play golf
you can't. What's it called? Like nothing takes off or lands while he's in the.
nothing's moving.
So when I said we sat on the tarmac for 2 hours, and the only reason why people didn't riot is because they kept the AC on. Had they not kept the AC on,
I'm getting off the plane.
It would have been a riot.
Pulling this bitch back up. I'm getting off the plane.
Because they trying to tell you to stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. And we ain't going nowhere. Y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say.
You'd already landed in Vegas.
No, we were sitting in Phoenix.
Oh, I see.
Sitting in Phoenix. So I forgot to say, on my initial flight from DC to San Jose, we were supposed to leave at 5 a.m. I fall asleep. I wake up at 5:33. There's ambulance on the plane.
There's like EMS in the plane.
Lady 3 rows behind me had a heart attack.
Oh shit!
Crazy.
They get her off. They took her off the plane.
I just looked up. I saw it. I fell right back asleep.
Is she?
I don't know.
Is she dead?
Fuck you mean is he dead? She was laying there like a newborn child.
Yo, we're not laughing at that. But if you catch that reference, shout out to you. So I had nobody.
How do y'all do with turbulence?
I'm fine.
I'm cool.
I sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Oh man, that's like a nightmare come to life for me.
I sat next to a pilot on a flight, and I like on a little short flight, and like I guess like pilots like when they get off work, they can just jump on whatever flight there's a seat, and he just happened to sit next to me on a flight, and we talked the whole way, and there was like turbulence. He was like, once the turbulence start happening, he's like pretty much 90% of the time, the airplane's on autopilot, and once there's turbulence, it just like takes over and self levels out. He said it's not. He's like turbulence ain't shit.
That's not what scares me. Sometimes they be shaking so much, I feel like
the
a part is gonna fucking fall off.
No, that's not.
And
I'm cool on a plane, man. You can't worry about what you can't control. You know,
I almost had a heart attack coming back from Costa Rica.
So I started hopping.
Yeah, I lost my mind.
What I've also realized though is, from a weather perspective, for whatever reason, the earlier you fly, you run into less turbulence. Like I always fly on the first flight of the day, so I've never had too bad. But when we got delayed and my flight didn't take off till like 11, going to Vegas, which is a 46-minute flight, we had turbulence. You know what I mean? But everything else, when I was early in the morning, nothing. So get to Vegas. We go to with Kel's there before me. He took a flight before me. We linked with my man Tim Tones, who lives out there, my man Bonix, who is Wiz Khalifa's DJ, and they just showed me around the park MGM, which is like that dude Roy Choi. Mm-hmm. That's where his restaurants are. So that was peace. Rocked out, had a good time. Again, I've got a 7:30 flight to Austin. That gets delayed a couple hours.
7:30 a.m.
AM flight to Austin. That gets delayed a couple hours. So now I'm not leaving until 9:30. Get to Austin at 2. My man had to take care of some business, so I just went to like 3 parties with my backpack and suitcase.
Did Kellen go to Austin with you or no?
He didn't. Nah, he ended up having a wild weekend in Vegas. I mean, you know, it's Kellen, man. So and Austin was fun, man. Met up with a bunch of people who DJs who were out there throwing parties. I DJed the Road Podcast party out there.
That's right.
So it was extremely fun. I saw Crooked twice in 1 week. I haven't seen Crooked twice in 1 week in
2
years.
states.
Yeah, years. So then came back to DC, man, and it was fun, you know. But that run set me up. The amount of eyes on me for that run was tremendous. Nice. I actually just locked in Nashville for May.
I've never been to Nashville.
Me neither. I got a 3-day run. If y'all want to go, go pull up. 3-day run in Nashville. Trying to make it a 4-dayer.
You got a 3-day run in Nashville when?
18, 19, 20.
Of April.
No, May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm here all of April.
You gonna rent a car and drive down there or no?
My man lives down there. So he runs a hospitality group down there. So I think I was able to just lock. I think he was just like, okay, you're moving the way you should be moving now. Like, let's lock in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's been some New York interest. Austin is a place that I need to be every 6 weeks from what I'm seeing. Like, I'm gonna force that to happen. Same in Vegas, same in Phoenix. Like being very persistent in. I've got all the footage on my phone. I'm actually transferring that over tonight, and then Pierre and I are gonna edit up something early next week and get that out to the masses.
Put out a little short.
Yeah, like, take 10 minutes of footage, make it 45 seconds,
Sick.
and it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? 3 more DJ mixes. I recorded everything. I recorded Usher set,
Wow.
San Jose set, and the Road podcast set. So 3 more mixes coming out over the course of a month. And just doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Doing the work. It was fun. It was good. So looking forward to consistently, continuing to DJ and really keep it popping at a high level. So,
hell yeah.
I mean, it was good time. Episode 201, Whats'a podcast. If you look at our Instagram, our latest Instagram photo, which actually got a good amount of likes on it, shot by the uber talented Nico Rocks.
Shout out to Nico Rocks.
Is a photo of Abdul and Eddy analyzing some sneakers.
Yeah,
to the highest degree.
It looks that way, right?
we're actually at 125 likes. Which
wow!
tremendous.
All right,
yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to everybody.
I had no idea those pictures were even being taken. Abdul sent that shit to me like 2 days later. I was like, spy photos.
I think we were actually looking at those Bapesters and be like, damn, these joints are expensive.
Yeah.
No, but we went to Home Court DMV, which is a store here in downtown Silver Spring. Has a sort of like a street market every first or second Saturday out the month. Don't quote us on that. Just follow Home Court DMV and they post whenever that market's going to happen. And I mean, listen, it's a great turnout because it's a lot of vendors, a lot of cool vintage things for sale, a lot of cool jackets. We almost pulled the trigger on a few things, man. I still think you should have bought that red polo leather jacket.
It'll probably be there next week or next month.
Which was I've never seen that jacket before ever. Yeah. But a lot of cool things, man. So shout out to Rich and Home Court DMV. Shout out to Nico. And you just run into the homies in there, man, just looking around. That was actually a fun day, man. We went to that flea market, and then I got invited to a Wizards game that night by my man Daniel DP, who works for the Wizards and does marketing over there. And they were having sort of like a sneaker day at the Wizards. And they had like a little marketing suite that they had set up. And so we were invited. I had an extra ticket and, we talked about it at the flea market and Eddie was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So dope.
Yeah, it was cool, man. We ended up going to that joint and they had free food in there and some other folks in there. And some sneaker customizers, and they had done a few pairs for who were the basketball players they'd done it for? Do you remember? I remember Bradley Beal,
Kyle Kuzma, Bradley Beal.
That Kyle Kuzma is the Puma guy, right? He signed the Puma, and So there were 3 players for the Wizards that some local customizers had made some sneakers for, based on what they thought their personalities, and they had those shown over there and they were taking pictures of them and they were going to present them to the players after the game. Really cool concept. They want Whats'a podcast to do a live podcast from during Sneaker Week, the Wizards Sneaker Week next year. So we talked to the head marketing guys over there as well, and they were like, please come join us and we want to make sure you guys are a part of this. And we were like, yo, listen, man, let's talk budget and let's figure it out because
we'll fit it in.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts and we want to make sure we do this right and make sure everybody's happy. So let's get it right and make it happen next year. So I think one of the payments we should ask for is maybe like season tickets courtside or something. I don't know.
I mean, I think
Maybe we
that
can make it happen.
what I saw in Austin though is the need for podcasts from people of color is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
South by
at
Southwest.
South by. Oh my goodness! I mean, because South by is the music is the end of the festival, but the tech and the tech and everything else is the beginning, and like everything. When you click like South by Southwest podcast, there's a bunch of posts, and across the board, they were just saying they needed more podcasts from people of color out there. So I think next year there's really a lane for us to if we approach it, September, October. And really get it, man. The opportunity, because it's there. There's so much opportunity out there, and there's a lot of people we know who
holler at us.
It's not even holler at us. It's like let's holler at them.
Let's holler at y'all.
Let's get. What is it? Proactive, not reactive. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but we'll get to that. Obviously, episode 201. Abdul mentioned sneakers. This upcoming Sunday is the always well celebrated and look forward to Air Max Day.
Air Max Day, yeah.
3.26 has been celebrated for probably about a decade now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because it wasn't always there. It was like
I remember
that happened about
Air Max Day.
I remember because that's when Commonwealth still had
that
Nikes.
means?
That's when Commonwealth still had Nikes about a decade ago. And there was a large Commonwealth used to get the fire. I think I'm gonna wear the first ones, the Air Max ones with the green sole.
Oh, the red pair with the green.
I'm gonna wear those. I'm gonna wear those Sunday. So if you live in DC,
what pair? Air Max.
It
was the joint that said 326 on the tongue, right?
Oh
yeah. It was like a pair they made, which was the upper was the original Air Max one, and then
neon yellow or something.
Yeah, neon yellow midsole.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was like a Nike exclusive.
Yes, I have those. Yes.
So you're breaking those out on 326?
I'm wearing those Sunday to the function. So Sunday, if you live in Washington D.C.,
or not, if you feel like taking a little road trip.
If you live on the East Coast, there is a Air Max One appreciation event. We'll call it at Aba Manier, featuring the Air Max One collections of our very own Don't Charge Abdul and another guy.
Yeah, my homie Kevin.
Kevy Kev. That's his Instagram name, Kevy Kev. And I'll be providing the music, so that should be fun.
It's from what, 2 to 5, 2 to 6?
2 to 6, 2 to 6. Yeah, for sure. So
come through.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be a good time. If you look at Abdul's Instagram story, he's been reposting it. What's a podcast? We'll repost it as well. I might repost it. I'm not trying to get in trouble, but we'll see what happens.
Man.
But it should be fun, man. It's a good time. I hope Bronze is open after. I'd love to catch some dinner. That'd be tremendous.
Oh, yes. That would be a good move.
That'd be tremendous. I don't think they're open Sunday nights, but we'll double check.
Maybe we can make the call and have them open it up for us.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Run the corporate.
I mean, listen, we kind of know the owner.
Run the corporate card, George. You know what I'm saying?
There we go, George. Run it up. Yeah.
Run the card. So
No, I think that's gonna be fun, man. I've always been excited about Air Max Day, or at least since they kind of made it a thing. I'm kind of excited about this drop that they're having, the Air Max 86, which is supposed to be sort of like the prototype of what ended up being the Air Max 87, aka the Air Max 1. So it looks like the Air Max 1. The bubble in the midsole is a little bit bigger. I'm getting them, and I don't know what I'm gonna wear on Sunday, man. I might go with just that Air Max 86. Honestly,
you'll have them by then.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll be dropping on maybe that weekend. So
yeah, that's probably true.
I'm hoping to have those and probably have them in hand. So
are you really gonna wear those? Because everybody's gonna be wearing those if they just come out.
Yeah, I don't know what to wear.
Yeah,
Maybe the Pata Air Maxes.
That's
I like
dope.
those as well.
You know, it'll be an event for the ages.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should go out
Fresh pair
there.
of neon 95s.
I could. I've given that pair for the display though.
Mm.
You got an original 95 pair?
I don't. I have the latest version, which looks a lot like the original.
Yep.
It'll be a great event. If you live in the DC area, you should absolutely pull up.
And come look at some Air Maxes that we're going to be showing that you might or might not have ever seen them in real life. You know, maybe you just kind of heard of some of these pairs and you get a chance to examine. Don't touch them and make sure you don't steal them. But you know, you can kind of see them in person and you know, yeah. Sometimes you know some of these pairs are old, going back. I think the oldest pair I'm showing is 30 years old, from 1993.
This guy Kevy Kev really likes Air Max 1s.
He's a big Air Max 1 guy. You know, Air Max 1 is a special shoe to me, but you know, it's not an Air Force 1. I mean, clearly that's my shoe of choice. And as much as I love Air Forces, that's Air Maxes are it for him. So he's got a crazy collection of Air Maxes, and you know, he travels around the world to go get these pairs and is connected with Europeans from all over the place that, you know, they all share that love for Air Maxes. So he's got a pretty sick collection as well. So yeah, come hang out with us, please, and come have a drink and listen to some music, some tunes, you know. What's the vibe gonna be? What are we thinking Sundays? Big dance hall vibe, you know, a little bit of everything.
A lot of Nas.
Okay.
The new Nas though.
New Nas?
Yeah, because I mean, if you're like buying Air Max sneakers, you have refined taste, and the new Nas is refined taste. It's not
Nikes on my feet make my cipher complete.
Exactly, but like you don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to hear like polished adult Nas.
You got the game used to throw a lot of references with Air Max 95s. You might have to go through and pick out like a lot of music that refers to a lot of Air, because there's a lot of like Air Max songs like where they have some lines. Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of rap. I like a lot of East Coast rap. You know what I'm saying?
East Coast rap.
Yeah,
and the game, who's East Coast of Jace, because his vibe is an East Coast vibe, and he's from the West. Style. He's got an East Coast flow.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see.
Yeah,
episode 201.
Where you at the night before though? Saturday.
Eaton.
Okay. Yeah, so we stepped through Eaton as well Saturday night after the game. It sounds like we just missed you, honestly, because
I pulled up. I hit you when I was there.
Yeah, I didn't see that text till later, but
yeah, no, I was like, oh, these dudes aren't here. They say y'all was there with them. I went outside, y'all wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know how we missed each other, but
no worries.
Shout out to our guy Brian. Happy birthday to Brian. It was his birthday. He didn't even say nothing. It was his birthday. Well, his birthday was we were with him for his birthday. It was past midnight, and it was his birthday. Yeah. So shout out to Brian, who's one of the owners of Manifest here in DC, and you know, owned Sir and Madam in Chicago. And you know, he was at the game as well, and we all ended up coming to Eden and hanging out and just chilling. And then we went to Yums afterwards. How was Yums for you, Eddie?
It was good.
Fire, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been done before.
Yeah, clearly. I meant to ask Brian how his experience was. You know,
I don't think it was his first. I don't think it was his first time.
Yeah, I don't think it was his first either.
Yeah,
he went with the fish sandwich, which threw me off a little bit because I was like, "Fam, let's just go with the chicken. Just listen to me." But it sounded, it looked like he was experienced in the matter, and he was like, "Nah, I got this."
He was like, "Fish sandwich with cheese."
Fish sandwich, it is. He had his order down already. Yeah.
Shout out to Manifest for doing big things.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Good time for all the shops in DC, man. Commonwealth, Manifest, Monier, somewhere, Atmos, Major. That's a lot. That's a lot of shops for a lot. Place.
You know, and there's more.
Can you believe that?
Oh, Crushed.
Crushed, of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Crushed, we should just get into it then.
Speaking of, Crushed is a skate shop right here on 14th and U, Washington D.C., heart of D.C., Black Broadway.
Yeah.
And they
black owned skate shop.
Yeah, and like Crushed is probably the most fair skate shop that I've seen in a long time. Right.
I'm so glad you said that because I was talking to somebody and that was my exact quote. I was like, they're one of the most fairest raffles.
Yeah.
They run the fairest raffles I've ever seen out of any store,
including
places that are owned by my friends.
Oh yeah,
because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they truly don't care.
They don't discriminate. They don't incriminate or discriminate, whatever word it is. Like, yeah, they
don't give a fuck.
No, actually, no. They don't. What's the word? They don't show favoritism. They don't show favoritism. That's what I think I'm trying to say.
Crush.
I mean, the people that need to get them first, get them. There's like a bunch of skaters that skate.
Well, the skaters get them first.
They all get them. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else is like, whatever. Like,
here's the thing I'll say though: Crush made a bad decision. They just made a poor choice in posting on their social media, asking their followers, should we do first come first serve or should we do raffle?
Again, that's fair.
It's fair, but it was
you know
from a business standpoint and from a safety standpoint, it was a poor decision.
Right? I mean, I don't. Did it get reckless out there? I don't think it like reckless.
I think it looked worse than what it was, but my
100%.
But my thing is, you don't want to get on the list of just being a nuisance by these people because there's a police station 3 blocks away.
I think it was cool. I think
it looked the nice kicks post made it look
that did not help.
Terrible.
It made it look like it was unorganized. First of all, it made it look like there were hundreds of people in that 10-second clip or whatever long.
50, 60 people.
There were like less than 100 people there.
Yeah.
And two, I think the Nice Kicks headline, which said, you know, the skate shop does first come, first serve, and it goes terribly wrong, whatever it was. The intention of that lineup initially actually was not even first come, first serve. It was it was actually come line up and you get a ticket. Whoever gets a ticket now has a chance to go in there and buy a pair. So it was a lineup to get tickets so you could buy a pair. And then when they ran out of tickets, that was it. Line over, everybody go home.
The problem with that is you should have been able to pick your ticket up obviously during the week.
Yes,
that's where they messed up.
Like, get your ticket, peace out.
Like we're giving away tickets Wednesday, but Friday.
The thing is the sizing thing. You can't just get a ticket and roll out. You want to walk up in there and get your size.
No. But the ticket doesn't guarantee you your size.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
What I'm saying though is the ticket is your ticket. You've won the raffle now.
Yeah.
Depending on the time that you come and pick up your sneakers, if your size is available, cool, get that. If your size isn't available, then you need to get, the next corresponding size.
Or you just be like, I'm good. I'll let somebody else cook.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, first come, first serve was just a poor choice. They've never, in my opinion, had a bad release. Like I was at Commonwealth one day.
I don't even think that's a bad release. I just think that they wowed out for those shoes. I don't think it's a bad.
But again, that's part of making it a bad release, right? So I was at Commonwealth one day, and they dropped the
surprise drop.
Well, they do a lot of surprise, but they dropped like the black and white dunks with the gum bottom and the white and black, right?
Yeah.
Walked over there. It was a short line. First come, first serve for a shoe like that has no hype. And the majority of people copped. I mean, it only takes 30 minutes for them to sell out normally, but it was still peaceful, right?
Yeah.
Again, this was just like, hey man, there's a lot of hype on this sneaker. Let's just do our regular first come first serve, and our regular raffle. And if people want to do the first come serves for the all black ones,
I don't think they knew it was going to get this kind of reaction though. I don't think it was all purpose.
I can agree that they weren't trying to cause a riot, but I just think that for better sake, because their responses were never doing first come first serve again. And I was like,
and I remember that post where they were like, what should we do for this release?
Right.
And I do not recall any comments saying y'all should do a first come, first serve. I remember posting a comment. I was like, y'all should do an in-store raffle. You come up Wednesday through Friday. We're giving out, or whatever day it is, or designate one day.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk in the store pick up a raffle ticket, and then we're gonna call you. If you win, you come pick up your pair. End of story. What that does is it eliminates the internet. You know what I'm saying? It eliminates bots that have a higher probability of winning a raffle. And if you're, Crush has a big history of doing things just for this area, right? They want to make sure your address is in the DMV even if they do an internet raffle and things like that. So just make it even easier.
Yeah.
Cut out a lot of work. Yo, you walk into the store, you pick up a raffle ticket, end of story, bounce. We'll call you if you win.
Yeah.
But it looks like they decided to go with the lineup. Well, line up to get a raffle ticket.
Like first come, first serve on the raffle ticket.
Yes. And it got a little bit, not out of hand, but it just got a little bit exciting. But coming from our era, man, I've been so many campouts and lineups where this was nothing. This looked like a walk in the park.
I think
I don't even think it was like reckless just because they were deep out there. And I think the cops were just like controlling the crowd, but I don't think nobody was.
Cops were just
reckless.
chilling. They were
it was like 6 cop cars, and the cops were just being deterrent. They're just like, hey, don't act stupid, right? I think the thing about it, and that corner has seen a ton of campouts. I used to be at that. What was there? DTLR?
DTLR. Yeah,
used to
around
go
the corner,
crazy.
Which I think is now like a Soul Cycle or something like that.
Soul Cycle and
the Foot Locker across the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those two on a Saturday morning in 2005.
They were popping.
Yeah, Abdul was out there.
I was out there.
Then you'd run to the Foot Locker in Adams Morgan.
Yes. Foot Action on Columbia Road.
It was both. It was a Foot Locker.
There was a Foot. Yeah, by the Radio Shack, there was a Foot Locker. Yeah.
So
and then there was also a Sports Zone in Columbia Heights.
Yes. So again, this is 18 years ago, but DC had it. There was no way you were getting up Saturday.
There was a mom and pop shop right there on 14th Street too, by where that movie theater is, right by your crib, Jerome. There used to be a movie theater, like 14th and Park, on the other side of the street.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Korean barbecue. There was like a mom and pop sneaker.
Oh, I never.
Further up.
Yep.
Yeah. Further up 14th Street.
It was a
Spanish
sports store.
Yeah.
But they had a Jordan account and everything.
It's actually way up. It's like right by 14th and Randolph. There's a kid that comes to the shop whose family owns a Spanish grocery store. That's actually across the street from that sports, which is now closed, but that's where the sporting goods store used to be.
Yeah.
But again, it takes one incident to be on the wrong side of the police.
Yeah.
And you just doing the wrong. Like now the interesting part about the Jordan 4 release was seeing somebody like Clarence who did 2 raffles. Clarence videos himself.
Premium Goods
Brooklyn. Gets the SB, God bless him.
Yes.
Goes to the skate park on like a 35-degree day in Brooklyn and does a raffle for the skaters at the skate park.
I love it.
Then
they get first dips.
And he's telling the people, like, yo, he's like, nah, you're regular. Your raffle's tomorrow. So then they held another raffle at the store the next day for everybody to get their sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's tremendous. Shout out to Clarence for even getting those. You know what I'm saying? Clarence has just been a pillar in the community for the longest. I think
20 years.
A lot more praise should be heaped on him, man. A lot more people should know the name Premium Goods. You know what I'm saying?
A lot more people should know the name Clarence Nathan. A lot of people should know the name Premium Goods Brooklyn. It's Black owned, one of the first to do it. Really built on not just from somebody who is running a business, but somebody who came from this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who comes from this world of, at that time, a very small community of people that love sneakers.
Yeah.
And he built a business, and it's been around for 20 years now. It's amazing. It's not just like, yo, let's get into this market because it's going to be the next thing that's popping. We can make a quick few million and then hop out. Nah, he came from this. You know what I'm saying? If somebody deserves to own a store and be part of this and be making money from it, it's people like Clarence.
No doubt.
100%. So
So one thing about Crushed, man, is my only worry is, just recently, actually a week or 2 weeks ago, Nike had put out a set of rules on how they want releases to go, and they strictly were against first come first serve, man. So my only worry is that is and I don't know if skate shops were a part of that. I heard they were.
I don't think SBs have anything.
No, I think they. I was told they were. However, I would hope that Nike looks at an incident like this and is like, skate shops and skaters have always had that sort of like, I'm going against everything attitude, and they kind of chalk it off to that and leave it alone. I did hear that notice went out, like, this is what we do not want. This went out.
Let's just
Isn't
hope
every
that
Supreme release a first come first serve release?
No, not anymore. No. Nah, they don't do that. Supreme releases is you got to go online and reserve a time or all this stuff.
I think Supreme plays by their own rules as well.
Yeah.
Now, number two, I think what I can only hope is that they were saying effective this date. And maybe that date
true.
hasn't hit yet.
That's
However,
a good point. I don't know what that date is.
Do I think that they received a phone call from Nike either way? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not just them, but other owners actually got notes and emails saying, this is what we do not want to see.
Wow.
No. What I'm saying is I believe
like with that
what
nice
I'm saying, though, is what I'm saying though is hopefully it's saying, hey, like effective May 1st.
Yeah.
April 1st.
Yeah.
But did they get a phone call from Nike and their reps and whoever? Absolutely. And that's why I think they said we'll never do another.
Yes.
And I don't think it's going to affect their distribution
their account.
Their account at all. No. That would actually be a terrible. That would actually be a terrible look for Nike, because
that would be a bad look for Nike.
When I see all those kids skating down 14th Street, it's the most incredible thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I think my allergies are kicking in a little crazy.
Same here.
Right now, so, but episode 201, What's the podcast? There's been huge news in the streets of Washington, D.C. If you've never believed in prayer and just the ability to work hard and see things through and have patience, DC is now, it's like it's a believer, right? Tony Lewis Sr.,
yes,
who ran with Rayful Edmonds, who was a infamous narcotics distributor in DC in the late 80s, early 90s. Was freed after, I believe, 34 years in jail.
For a non-violent offense.
Non-violent. So he went in when he was 26. He's now 60. His son, ridiculous, Tony Lewis Jr., for as long as I can remember, but really ramped it up in, let's say, the past 15 years, maybe 10 years, really, maybe, has just been fighting for the release of his father. I know they were trying to catch a pardon when Obama was headed out of office. That didn't work, but Tony was alluding to his father's release maybe like Saturday and Sunday on social media. Yeah, and then you kind of start seeing people say congrats and whatever, and then he kind of confirms it late Sunday night, like, yo, my daughters will never have to go back to prison. They'll never have to use PayPal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Monday morning, you just see him, his father. His Tony has two daughters, his wife. There's an attorney that I believe that helped the process as well, stood by their family. And next boom, he's out. You know what I'm saying? The father's out. I saw a picture tonight. They were at the Wizards game. You know what I'm saying? They were
I love it.
Doing that. And I just find it incredible, you know what I'm saying, the way that the community has rallied around Tony, his efforts. I mean, he's been so consistent. He's been on every major platform that should have had him. Many that didn't have him should be interviewing him now. Yeah, Pusha T has been a huge supporter of his. Yeah, has been somebody who's been in his corner. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Wale, of course, has talked about this in numerous songs as well.
It's just really the power of just believing in, sticking to your beliefs and riding out for the people that you love. And I mean, we'll see where it goes from here. Everybody's gonna have their suggestions and their idea of what they all should do together, et cetera, et cetera. But obviously I think it starts with Tony Lewis Jr. and just obviously giving him praise for just how he just stayed down. You know what I'm saying? He just stayed down. Like you hear people talk about it and rap about it, but he actually
never stopped,
stayed down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like incredibly. So shout out to Tony Lewis Jr., man, for sure.
And he's been on places like the Breakfast Club to talk about this. I mean, if somebody can really talk about how his father being away for so many years for a non-violent drug offense had affected his life, this was the right guy for that. How he used his voice to create programs like the reentry program for people who who've been incarcerated for a long time and coming back into society, and how they should be acclimating to life and how their families were affected. I mean, listen, I think God put Tony Lewis Jr. in a position for him to unfortunately have to experience his father being away for majority of his life, but in a way for him to help so many other people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and I think it's beautiful, man. I would love to hear one day whenever he's ready to talk about it, like what kind of happened and what changed in the last 2 weeks or a month that he knew that Pops was coming home. All those that fighting over the last however many years, 10, 15, 20 years to try to get his dad out. Like what changed and how did his dad come home? And I'm extremely happy for him, his family, his beautiful daughters who now get to be with their grandfather. And man, it's beautiful, man. I just it made me very, very happy to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to Tony Lewis Jr. and of course Senior. Welcome home, and enjoy your freedom, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's inspirational to the entire community. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just been a very it's been a long time. I mean, we've all been in and around events supporting, or we all know Tony, or we all know people that support him directly. And so to see this really manifest, it's just like, bro, this is just like the battery that everybody should get in their back, just to truly live your dreams out, take care of your family, you know what I'm saying, really be there for the people that you love, because he could have still been in. It could have been a long time.
And he got life.
Tony never relented. Like I never saw him
he's
say
becoming
why me or have a bad day about it. He just kept his head up and stayed positive and made it happen. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I said, with the help of there's a black woman attorney as well. I forget her name, but I know she.
Is that who the woman was that he posted right before he made the announcement?
Yeah, he thanked her a lot.
I see.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I mean, Tony has become a huge civil rights activist in a way. You know what I'm saying? I went to Free Tony Lewis Senior Day at the Black Lives Matter Plaza last year with my kids, and it's just so crazy. It was actually right around this time, bro. It might have been exactly a year ago, dog, because I remember I went to that, and after it was over, we went down to go see the cherry blossoms, which would put us right
this time of year.
This time of the year. So so much has changed, or maybe that was 2 years ago. No, it was last year. Shit, so much has happened, man. It could have been 2020.
2 years ago, yeah.
It could have been 2 years ago. Either way, I mean, Tony has become is a soldier and is fighting for the rights of people who don't really have a voice, and that's beautiful.
So I just snooped around. The woman's name is Brittany K. Barnett.
Attorney, she's the attorney,
entrepreneur, author is her, and he made an Instagram post with her. She says she is our angel of freedom.
Yes,
she is our Harriet Tubman. I thank God for you, Brittany K. Barnett.
Shout out to her.
Tremendous. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's inspirational, man. And it's funny, you know, I don't know if you see too many of these stories end happily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna look at Mechopolis to see if they had.
No, the world talked about this, and it was all over the news. It was all over Washington D.C.
Washington
news.
Problems, Washington news, everywhere. Yeah.
News 4 had an announcement about it, and they talked about it, and it a lot of media coverage. And so, yeah, it's dope, man. I'm extremely happy for Tony and his family. It's beautiful.
Yeah, man. What's the podcast? Episode 201. It's been fantastic. We did find out that Tom Sachs is a creep.
Oh my God!
Are you not wearing the shoes anymore?
They're in the closet now.
I think that news broke during our week off, right? Or did we talk about it last episode?
No,
I don't think so.
We did not talk about it last episode, but I think it might happen shortly thereafter.
I mean, look at his haircut. It kind of says a lot.
I never fucked with the shoes, so it doesn't make a difference. Fuck that guy. I'm like, whatever.
What do we do with the Mars Yard ones? The
ones are
sell them.
Listen,
are
you still wearing them?
Quietly.
What does quietly mean? Where do you go? You just wear them in the apartment?
If you go to the movies in, like, you know, Colombia or something. Yeah.
You wear them to the suburbs only?
Yeah, you wear them to, like,
that's even creepier.
That's
even creepier.
The outlet mall in the suburbs.
That's creepy.
Yeah, you the man of Potomac, dog. You know, you the man of Potomac.
Tom Sachs, man. So is Tom Sachs is canceled? It looks like it appears to be that.
It appears to be that. Yeah.
Sure. I'm not surprised, but I mean, some of the stuff is very disturbing. Actually, he had a room in his office that he named the rape closet, and you know, after a little bit of static, he renamed it to the consensual closet.
Get the fuck out of here!
Come on, seriously, Tommy, what are you doing? Tommy,
he's wilding.
You got to relax. All right. Yeah, I mean, you know, all of this is true. I think he deserves to get out of here, man.
Oh my God,
it's too many talented people out here that you know could be deserving of collaborations, and artists that could be deserving of collaborations where you don't have to deal with people like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people who are good people, treat people with respect, and are also uber talented. They should get a shot. Like these kids, Nigerian kids from London, that Cortez 95. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
You heard of this brand Cortez?
Nah.
They're from the UK. They just dropped the Air Max 95 today in New York. They set up like a little bodega and dropped a beautiful black and pink Air Max 95. Maybe it was yesterday. But beautiful shoe, man. And these kids are young kids out of the UK, and man, they've created a movement. Like, it's a big thing. And they managed to get a collab with Nike, and you know what, they remind me of sort of like that V-Lone mentality, like, you know what I'm saying, early on.
Did you
sort
get
of like
those?
that ASAP? I couldn't get my hands on them. I love them though. There's also a green pair. I really like this
Army
black
green
pair.
pair.
The Army green pair is dope too.
No, I like the
black. Oof.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. That's what you got to wear to the Air Max party.
I don't have them. What are you wearing, Eddie? You gonna come through?
Possibly.
Yeah, come through.
Possibly. It's Sunday. I could do it. Yeah.
Come through.
I probably won't wear Air Max though.
White on white horses.
If I wear Air Max, it'd be like the Air Total Max up tempo.
Yo, we were in the suite at the Capital One Center for the Wizards game, and you know they had a lot of food and alcohol and all this stuff. And the game ends, and
me and Abdul, the last two people, like.
Well, no, there was also the other set of dudes that you beat to it.
They were just late.
Yeah. And Eddie's like, yo, I think I'm gonna just take this bottle of Henny with me. and put that joint right underneath his coat and walked out. And as soon as he grabbed it, the other set of dudes, the one dude goes to his man. He's like, "Oh damn, he beat you to it."
He's like, I told you. I think I was the only person that drank out of the bottle of Henny anyway. This shit is still full. Like,
that was hilarious.
but
Listen, man, it was beautiful to see on the gram. Y'all just walking down the street with a bottle of Henny in your pocket. Like, it was tremendous.
yeah,
That's what that inside pocket on jean jackets is for, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's right there. There's a Gucci Adidas collection.
another one.
A new one.
Another one. I also saw, who was it? Is it Gucci Vans?
No, really?
Gucci,
Yeah.
like Vans made a pair of Vans with like Gucci materials.
There's two pairs of Gucci
That was a
Vans.
custom, or
I don't think it's custom. I think it's a collab.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big deal for Vans.
Yeah.
That's a
For
come
Gucci
up.
too.
I think it's Gucci. Yeah. Release
No, it's
date
Gucci.
2023. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to grab those for the. I'm gonna flip that. Must tell that you're right to Stereo Faith.
Stereo Faith already got them.
Yeah, I wonder if he even knows. Steven's slacking a little bit, man. So he might not even know. But I put the link right
These
there.
are nice. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
And they got some Gucci pants with it. Oh, that's ill.
Do they have clothes with it? I didn't know they had clothes with
Well,
it.
there's the dude in the picture. He's wearing the
Oh.
pants, which is kind of dope.
It's a fly set.
I like the old schools.
Yeah, the old schools are crap.
Yeah, I think that would be the only one for me, to be honest.
Slip-ons I can't really rock too crazy.
Yeah, and then
Just old school.
I just don't do slip-ons. That's not my thing.
I fuck with Vans slip-ons.
What are the other ones called? The ones with laces as well. They're the
So
other model.
skate highs and old school.
No, old school. No, old school is the other.
Eras, authentic.
Eras.
Eras and authentic.
Yeah. I like those.
There's a pair of there's a brand called White Mountaineering. They got a pair as well that are fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
I'm looking forward to this Adidas Gucci collab, man. I like the first one. The prices were a little bit crazy. I never was able to get a pair that I wanted. And I still keep an eye on it, man. I'm watching
Which
it on
ones? You
eBay.
want the Gazelles?
Yeah, I wanted the
Green
gazelles.
ones?
No, I wanted the pink ones.
Okay.
There's 3 colorways I liked. I like everybody wants the Gucci monogram one, which is great. I wanted the pink pair, and then there's also a blue pair with like a yellow 3 stripes. Those were the 3 that I really, really wanted. Actually, those might have been the only 3. I don't remember. But that pink pair is the one I really wanted. And some of these colors in this new collection are dope too.
I don't know.
And they're doing a ZX 8000. I don't know if you saw that in an OG blue colorway. But it's got but it's got the Gucci monogram on it. It's fire.
They're doing a lot. I don't know if they're the originals, but Commonwealth today got a re-up of the 2002 protection pack.
Oh wow.
And I think it's the original gray, black, and blue, like the first colorway.
By the time you hear this, they'll be gone.
Size is 5.5 through 13 though.
Oh, stop by Commonwealth.
So
by the time you're hearing this, they'll be gone.
Hey, listen. Well, Tom said noon tomorrow. So yeah, I mean he got to work tomorrow. And people gonna be in there buying, and they're only 160.
Nice.
I might have to shoot Tom with the Venmo right now.
Yeah, listen, I'm trying to tell you, cop them joints, man.
I went in the shop and hung out for a while last week, actually, while you were gone. Silent Tom was in there. The homie Pierre was in there, and we were just talking for a while. I ended up hanging out for a couple hours. Yeah,
good times in the shop, man. I think we got an in-store coming up. We got an in-store coming up next week.
I heard about that. You can't say who that is right now, right? Okay.
Yeah, but
we'll talk about it next week. It's a very big name.
Yep. And there's some really big things happening at the shop. You guys will see some new developments in the next few weeks, hopefully.
Okay.
So that'll be good. But yeah, I mean, shop is shop. So we're not gonna say what is Abdul watching.
Nah. We're still doing that?
Oh, is it dead?
Not watching nothing.
I'm not watching anything, honestly, bro.
You're not caught up on any shows? BMF?
I got rid of my Xfinity subscription, which means I don't really have access.
You don't have
to
apps
TV.
on any of that on your phone? Nothing?
No, I don't. I mean, I have some apps on the TV, but new shows started in January, and I just didn't bother catching up on anything. I watch Netflix. I've been watching House of Cards. I started at season 1, episode 1. I'm meaning to finish. I'm now on season 4, episode 11 of House of Cards, and then I'm gonna move over and watch Luther, which is a continuation of an old BBC show with Idris Elba where he plays a detective. They now just put out a Luther movie, so I'm gonna watch that. And I haven't. Outside of that, what else do I have? I have Apple TV, a subscription to that, but I don't have anything else. So for the next few months, I won't have any.
How's the house coming along?
It's coming along.
Yeah.
So once I'm back in my crib, I'll restart all those services again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Musically, Alchemist and Larry June project is picking up. They just dropped a second video today for a song called Palisades, California, featuring Big Sean. It's probably like my most anticipated album at the moment. Just because I believe in Larry June, and
I like Larry June.
Yeah, I think Hit Boy has a solo album coming out soon. He dropped a video with Nas today for a song called The Tide. It's just them going back and forth. So those two are like, I think it's a really good time for like hip hop. That's not like trap, kill your mother, smoke weed, FOB. And actually another really dope project that people should be looking out for. They put out their single. It's called Essence Fest. Is Currency and Jermaine Dupri have an entire album dropping on stage. And the crazy part about it is Jermaine Dupri just popped out of nowhere with a flat top now.
No, he didn't. That's not real hair.
Of course, it's not real hair, but he just popped out of nowhere.
Is he like being funny with the wig on, or
he's wearing it every day?
Or he went and got like to Turkey and went and got implants.
He's wearing it every day.
That's funny. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, maybe it's for the vibes of the video. I don't know, but so those three pairings, like what I'm saying, like Nas, Hit Boy, Currency. Larry June and I'm gonna say Currency and Jermaine Dupri and Larry June Alchemist. That's good music right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much for the club, but it's good music in terms of just what people are, you know what I'm saying, like what you need to hear. Mm-hmm. We've heard Shoot 'em Up, Bang Bang, FOB, all that kind of stuff for the longest. And if that's your twist, man, it's all good. Nobody's mad at that. But we need balance in the force.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And balance in the force means we need some Currency tunes, you know what I mean? I did St. Eve's Saturday night for the first time in like 2 months, and I truly thought that I was gonna be like out of the loop on all the trap records. I missed nothing.
Yeah,
I was not out the loop. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool. I see where I'm at. You know what I mean? I see what direction I need to keep pushing. So it's all good, man. Episode 201. We had a fantastic time. Shout out to my guy, always available. #Jerome and Eddy.
Peace, yo.
And my man, Don't Charge Abdul.
Yes, sir.
One time for Silent Time. Do remember you can check out our previous 200 episodes at youtube.com/whatsapodcast and whatsapodcast.live. Feel free to shoot us any comments, criticism, love, money. Shoot that our way ASAP. Whatsapodcast@gmail.com. And we will see you next week. Yes, next week.
Happy Ramadan to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Ramadan starts tomorrow. 30 days of fasting and trying to be get close to God.
Do you fast for Ramadan?
I do.
Word.
Not all of them, but I catch
this one you are.
Try.
No doubt.
Shout out to everybody that's going to be
experiencing. Not perfect.
Shout out to everybody that's going to be experiencing that. And one last thing, I saw a video of Messi trying to eat. I think he was trying to eat in.
They went crazy.
Argentina? Was he in Argentina?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Did he post it though?
Say it
what?
again?
I thought, didn't he post it or somebody posted it that he was eating there?
I don't know. I saw when they were trying
they
to
just
get
found
him
out.
out of there.
People just found out he was
there.
there.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, come on. You working there and you're not gonna be like, yo, Messi's in here.
Yeah,
fam.
No doubt.
Yo, I just served Messi. I just gave him a Sprite.
There were 5,000 people outside in a matter
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
5,000 people outside in a matter of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And even he looked happy. Like he walked out with a big smile on his face. Like,
yeah.
I mean, y'all got me this time. I can't even
Y'all got me. I can't even. I brought home a World Cup trophy, fam.
They weren't.
You know
mad
what I'm saying?
Him,
like, and Messi just gives you, and obviously we don't know him, but the vibe I get from him is that he's such a nice guy. You don't get that same sort of connection that he doesn't give up that same aura that Ronaldo gives off, or a Neymar, or
not at all,
or a Pogba, or all these other people. He just seems like a very, very humble person, man, and he just seems like a beautiful person. So I was just happy to see that. Yeah,
no doubt.
One time for everybody, man. We appreciate y'all. Let Messi eat dinner if he's in your town, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.